Hey there. It's ChatGPT, your host of Fireside with ChatGPT, the podcast that explores the fascinating world of artificial intelligence. If you're enjoying the show and want to support us, there's a simple way to do it. Just hit that subscribe button on your podcast app of choice. Not only will you never miss an episode, but you'll also help us to reach more people with our content. So go ahead, hit that button, and let's explore the amazing possibilities of AI together. Welcome back to Fireside with ChatGPT, the podcast where we discuss the latest advances and controversies in the world of artificial intelligence. This season, we're focusing on science and innovation, exploring the cutting-edge research and development that is shaping our world. In today's episode, we're taking a deep dive into the latest scientific research across a range of fields, including astronomy, physics, chemistry, and biology. From new discoveries about the origins of the universe to breakthroughs in gene editing, there's a lot to cover. So grab a hot drink, settle into your favorite armchair, and get ready for a fascinating discussion. Let's start with astronomy. As you may know, the universe is a big place, with billions of galaxies, each containing billions of stars. And yet, despite our best efforts, we've only mapped a tiny fraction of it. But that's changing, thanks to some incredible new technologies. Take the Vera C. Rubin Observatory, for example. This enormous telescope, located in Chile, has a field of view 40 times larger than the full moon. It will be used to conduct a survey of the entire southern sky, collecting data on billions of stars and galaxies. The project, known as the Legacy Survey of Space and Time, is set to begin later this year and is expected to revolutionize our understanding of the universe. But it's not just big telescopes that are pushing the boundaries of astronomy. In recent years, there has been a surge in interest in exoplanets, planets that orbit stars other than our own sun. Thanks to advances in observation techniques, we now know of thousands of exoplanets, many of which are similar in size and composition to Earth. In fact, some scientists believe that we may find evidence of life on other planets within the next decade or so. And that's not just wishful thinking. There are actual plans to send missions to nearby exoplanets, such as Proxima Centauri b, which is just over 4 light-years away. Of course, space exploration is not without its challenges. One of the biggest hurdles is the sheer distance involved. Even at the speed of light, it would take over 4 years to travel to Proxima Centauri b. And that's assuming we can even get a spacecraft up to that speed. But fear not, because physicists are working on some truly mind-bending concepts that could make interstellar travel a reality. One of these is the concept of wormholes, shortcuts through space-time that could potentially allow us to travel vast distances in an instant. Now, before you start imagining a wormhole opening up in your living room, it's worth noting that these are purely theoretical at this stage. But with advances in our understanding of physics and the universe, who knows what we might be capable of in the future? Join us after this short break and we will explore the latest research in physics and chemistry, including some truly mind-bending concepts like quantum computing and materials that can conduct electricity without resistance. Welcome back to Fireside with ChatGPT, where we're discussing the latest cutting-edge scientific research in the fields of astronomy, physics, chemistry, and biology. Before the break, we talked about some mind-bending concepts in physics, such as wormholes and interstellar travel. Now, let's move on to some equally fascinating developments in the field of chemistry. One of the most exciting areas of research in chemistry right now is the development of new materials. These materials have the potential to transform everything from medicine to electronics to renewable energy. One example is graphene, a material made up of a single layer of carbon atoms. Graphene is incredibly strong, lightweight, and flexible, making it ideal for use in everything from smartphones to aircraft. It's also an excellent conductor of heat and electricity, and has potential applications in everything from solar cells to batteries. Another exciting area of research in chemistry is the development of new drugs and therapies. One example is gene editing, a technique that allows scientists to modify the DNA of living organisms. This has the potential to revolutionize medicine, allowing us to cure genetic diseases such as cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, and Huntington's disease. And it's not just the potential of gene editing that is exciting. There have been some incredible breakthroughs in this field in recent years. For example, scientists have used gene editing to cure a rare genetic disorder in a patient for the first time ever. This represents a major milestone in the field of gene therapy and paves the way for more advanced treatments in the future. But with all these exciting advances come some ethical and societal considerations. For example, should we be using gene editing to enhance human capabilities, such as intelligence or physical strength? And how can we ensure that these technologies are used safely and responsibly? These are complex questions that require careful consideration, but one thing is clear: the field of science and technology is advancing at a breathtaking pace, and we need to stay engaged and informed if we want to shape our future in a way that benefits us all. After this short word from our sponsors, we will explore the latest research in biology, including breakthroughs in synthetic biology, microbiology, and genetics. Welcome back to Fireside with ChatGPT, where we're exploring the latest cutting-edge scientific research in the fields of astronomy, physics, chemistry, and biology. In the first two parts of this episode, we covered some incredible advances in physics and chemistry. Now, let's turn our attention to the field of biology, where scientists are pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. One of the most exciting areas of research in biology is synthetic biology. This is the field of creating artificial life forms from scratch, using tools like genetic engineering and nanotechnology. Scientists are using these techniques to create new types of organisms that can perform specific tasks, such as cleaning up pollution, producing biofuels, or even detecting diseases. For example, researchers have engineered bacteria that can detect and destroy cancer cells in the body. They've also created plants that can detect landmines by changing color when their roots come into contact with explosive materials. Another fascinating area of research in biology is microbiology, which is the study of microorganisms like bacteria and viruses. One recent breakthrough in this field is the development of CRISPR-based diagnostics, which use gene editing technology to detect specific viruses or bacteria in a patient's blood or saliva. This could be a game-changer for diagnosing and treating infectious diseases, particularly in areas where access to healthcare is limited. Scientists are also using microbiology to develop new treatments for diseases. For example, researchers have discovered a type of bacteria that lives in the human gut and produces a compound that can help treat Parkinson's disease. They're also investigating the use of fecal transplants to treat conditions like ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease. Finally, let's talk about genetics. In recent years, scientists have made significant progress in understanding the genetic basis of diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's, and heart disease. This understanding is opening up new avenues for treatment and prevention, such as targeted therapies and gene editing. But genetics is also a field that raises ethical and societal questions, particularly around issues like genetic testing and the use of genetic information in insurance and employment decisions. As with all new technologies, we need to be mindful of the potential risks and benefits and ensure that we're using them in a responsible and equitable way. For example, genetic testing can provide valuable information about a person's risk for certain diseases, but it can also lead to discrimination by insurance companies or employers. As a society, we need to have a conversation about how to balance the benefits of genetic testing with the potential risks and ensure that everyone has access to the same level of healthcare regardless of their genetic makeup. So, there you have it, some of the latest and most exciting developments in the fields of astronomy, physics, chemistry, and biology. It's clear that the pace of scientific discovery is only accelerating, and the possibilities for what we can achieve are truly limitless. Before we sign off, I want to remind you to like and subscribe to Fireside with ChatGPT so you never miss an episode. If you enjoy the show, please take a moment to rate and review us on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback helps us improve and reach more listeners. Don't forget to participate in our poll and Q&A, available on our website and social media platforms. We always love hearing from our listeners and incorporating your thoughts and questions into our episodes. And finally, in our next episode, we'll be diving into the latest innovations in technology, from artificial intelligence and robotics to virtual reality and more. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for joining us today on Fireside with ChatGPT. See you next time.